I didn't write the tune with any kind of sights on it ever being used for a sports anthem. It was the last thing I would have thought.
The darkness, the sounds of a wild and raucous crowd, and the moody, menacing music that has become the spirit of Chicago Bulls basketball. And with it were the familiar public address voices of the men who announced the starting lineups of a team that became a universal phenomenon for all time.
I kind of forget that sometimes that it meant so much to so many people. Just the other day, I walked out of a mall and I was in the parking lot and somebody stopped me. And he said, "Man, I love listening to you do the introductions."
It definitely is amazing just to think that we were in on the ground floor of that, and we help mold what's going on today, and everybody tries to one-up everybody with more pyrotechnics or more lights or many different things that they try to do, and you know, to be the person who started it all, you know, being around at that time, it's pretty cool.
It was late 1981 when the English band the Alan Parsons Project recorded their 6th album. The very first track was a 1-minute, 54-second instrumental to accompany the LP's title song, Eye in the Sky, a mysterious tune called SIRIUS, named for the brightest star in the nighttime sky.
I was fidgeting around on a sampling keyboard, which was very novel at the time, called the Fairlight, very expensive keyboard. And I just came up with this little riff, with a combination of tape delays and this sound on a clavinet, which is an analog keyboard instrument. I just came up with that riff, the ding 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 ding.
In the beginning, I was using the theme from Miami Vice by Jan Hammer, or I used Thriller by Michael Jackson, or things like that. And they seemed to work okay, but it just really didn't grab anybody. So my wife and I went to a movie at the Biograph Theater up on North Lincoln, and we were sitting there just talking, and there was this background music playing before the lights went down. So I'm listening to it, and I'm kind of going through it in my head. I said, this could do it. This could be the Bulls intro.
From his talents as both a veteran DJ and Bulls PA announcer, the innovation of Tommy Edwards had gained notoriety and imitators. But he left the team in 1990 for other opportunities. In his place came another distinctive voice, putting his own stamp on the pregame ritual, which included the name of the world's greatest.
Having the greatest player to ever play the game, in my opinion, and I'm sure in many people in Chicago's opinion, to be able to announce him day in and day out, it was just amazing. You know, stories that I tell my kids, you know, they ask me, well, what was it like, Dad? You know, how was it? I said, it was just like a media circus.
Throughout the 1990s, the starting lineups were the ultimate opening act, while the Bulls themselves were command performers, capturing 6 NBA championships in 8 years. For Ray Clay, it was the right place at the right time. But for the creator of the light show, it was a bittersweet missed opportunity.
Oh, sure. I watched and cheered for the Bulls from wherever I was. But I have to tell you that the Bulls are a very loyal organization. They sent me, after like the 2nd championship, they sent me a watch with 2 O'Brien trophies on it.
Clay's run with the Bulls ended in 2002, and as number 23 was ending his career with Washington, Clay attended his final game to give him one more shout-out.
From North Carolina, head guard, 6'6", Michael Jordan!
All of a sudden, you know, the spotlight went on me, and it was like, from North Carolina. And all of a sudden you see Michael's face, and he's looking around, he's going, oh, what's going on? And somebody said, he's over there. And he turned and he looked at me and he went, oh my God, this is great.
After Clay's departure, Edwards returned to where his journey began in 1976. As for the Music Man, whose arena anthem has been a Chicago standard for 3 decades, he has never been to a Bulls game to see the game time ritual in person. But his masterpiece is still a star attraction.
It's become this tune synonymous with people being introduced. You know, you hear the power chord, and then you hear somebody's name being called. Great if it works at weddings, not at funerals, I hope.
From Chicago, at guard 6'3", number 1, Derrick Rose.
A lot of college PA guys are doing it now, and of course grade school and junior high stuff. I went to a couple of community college games, and they do the same thing, and I get a big kick out of that. I think it's fun. It really is fun.